Hi kids. Now you are going to learn about the relationship between India and China. In terms of geographic and demographic dimension, skilled manpower and civilizational depth, China is the only country in the region which qualifies for comparison with India. Actually, from the ancient civilization onwards, the trade occurred in between India and China through the Silk Route. China being the manufacturing hub of the world, it's strategically very important to India. Shanghai Cooperation Organization, which was China's initiative, has granted the observer status to India. Same like we also gave the observer status to China in the SAARC. Both sides have established more dialogue mechanisms covering diverse sectors. Bilateral trade has registered enormous growth. India and China have signed an educational exchange program. Under this agreement, scholarships are awarded to 25 students by both sides in recognized institutions of higher learning in each other country. Mcmahon Line is the boundary line between India and China. We are saying that both China and India, they are having the friendly relationship among each other, but at present China, they are trying to wage a war against India. At the place of Ladakh, they are having their army force to attack India at any moment. India and Maldives. Maldives is located south of Lakshadweep Islands in the Indian Ocean. Trade and tourism are being developed between the two countries. Both countries have agreed to strengthen cooperation to enhance maritime security in the Indian Ocean region through coordinated patrolling and aerial surveillance and exchange of information. India and Myanmar. Myanmar, the old name is Burma. Till 1989, it was known as the Burma alone. India's second largest border is shared with Myanmar. Four northeastern Indian states, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram, also share their borders with Myanmar. Myanmar is India's gateway to Southeast Asia. India is building the Kaladan Multimodal Transit Transport, a road, river, port, cargo transport project to link Kolkata to Sittwe in Myanmar. A project aiming to connect Kolkata with Ho Chi Minh City on the South Sea for the formation of an economic zone will have a road pass through Myanmar, Cambodia and Vietnam and work on the first phase connecting Guwahati with Mandalay is currently underway. Myanmar is an important partner in our energy needs for petroleum and natural gas. Some of the Indian companies like SR, GAIL and ONGC Videsh Limited have invested in Myanmar's energy sector. India and Nepal. Nepal is a natural buffer between India and China. Being a small landlocked country, Nepal depends on India for economic support and transit facility. Nepal shares border in 5 Indian states: Sikkim, West Bengal, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, and Uttarakhand. India provides substantial financial and technical development assistance with the focus on infrastructure, irrigation, health, energy projects, and community development. India also built the Mahindra Raj Mark to link Kathmandu and India, which is 204 km long. Nepal is endowed with fast flowing rivers and its terrain is ideal for hydroelectric power generation. A joint hydropower project is being built on the Sharda River. This power plant helps both India and Nepal with respect to electricity production and irrigation facilities. The bond of friendship further increased when India included Nepalese language in the 8th schedule of the constitution. But we only feeling that we are having the friendly relationship with Nepal, but they also trying to attack our country. The governments of India and Nepal have signed three sister city agreements for twinning of Kathmandu, Varanasi, Lumbini to Bodh Gaya, and Janakpur to Ayodhya. India and Pakistan. Since the bifurcation of territory, which demarcated India and Pakistan in 1947, the two nations have had strained relations due to disagreements over a number of key issues. Terrorism remains our core concern in the relationship with Pakistan. Cross border firing between India and Pakistan and the terrorist attacks combined have taken its toll on the Kashmiris. Kashmir is the bone of contention between India and Pakistan, which has brought the two countries into an open clash many times. Cross-border terrorism is a major irritant. India tried to bring a positive change in the relationship of the two countries through bilateral agreements such as Shimla Agreement and Lahore Declaration. The ceasefire line determined in 1949 was called the LOC after 1972, line of control. LOC means line of control. This is the boundary that came to be agreed between India and Pakistan under the Shimla Agreement in 1972. It was called Radcliffe Line at the time of partition in 1947 because Radcliffe was the chairperson of the Border Commission. At present, it is called as a LOC, LOC. India and Sri Lanka. India has cultural, historical and religious ties with Sri Lanka, which was separated by the narrow expanse of the Pak state. India and Sri Lanka have shared excellent trade relations, committing to each other in both bilateral free trade agreements as well as developing interactions through SAARC. The relationship between India and Sri Lanka can generally be termed as friendly, except for the brief spell in which the Tamil ethnic problem cast its shadow on the relation between the two countries. India and Sri Lanka are conventionally close to each other. India is among the top investors in Sri Lanka and its investment are in diverse areas including petroleum, retail, IT, information technology, real estate, telecommunication and tourism. India offers scholarship slots annually to deserving Sri Lankan students. Sri Lanka is also a partner in Nalanda University project of India. Ashoka had sent his son Mahinda and daughter Sangamitra to Ceylon. Ceylon means Sri Lanka alone. Okay, for the propagation of Buddhism. Chola kings Rajaraja I and Rajendra I conquered the northern part of Ceylon.